Have you been waiting to buy a home because you've been waiting to get a good deal? This is the video for you. Stay tuned. So it's me, Ashley, with Keller Williams Real Estate here in Everett, Washington, and I am here to share with you a few tips to getting a great deal on a home if you are in the market to buy. Okay, so what has happened here is the market has changed a little bit. We've basically left a market now, and now we're in a new market. All right, and in this new market, the last couple transactions I've closed with my buyers, we've had some really great deals. Okay, and so I'm gonna talk to you about the things that they've done to get a really good deal. All right, so I want to just hit on this is just bonus material right here. Okay, so I have 3 tips, but this is bonus. Bonus is this. Remember, the most important objective in any real estate deal is control of the property. Control of the property. So you want to make sure that you get under contract. You want to do what you can do to get under contract. Most important piece, okay? So, tip 1, hire a great agent. Now, why do I say that? Hire a great agent because a great agent is going to know where you can negotiate, which properties you can negotiate on, and what points of negotiation are going to get you the things that you want. Because let's face it, folks, price is not always the most important piece. Sure, money is really important. Yeah, I think it's super duper important. One of the most important pieces, okay? But there are other terms in a real estate deal that can be just freaking critical, okay? For example, let's say you need to sell a house before you get into this next one. That may be more important than the money, all right? Especially if you really like the new house, okay? Because you're trying to get out of your old one, all right? So, hire a great agent so you know what terms you can negotiate on and how to sort of navigate those waters so you can get from where you're going. Okay, so to get to where you're going, all right? So you're like, oh man, I want to get to this next place. Hire a great agent to help you get there. Number two, okay? Ask. You have to ask, okay? So sure, maybe the thing that you're asking for sounds ridiculous, okay? But what you have to do is you have to put it in writing, get it in a contract, and get it sent over. All right, get it sent over, okay? Because here's what's happening a lot: counteroffers are happening, okay? And that's great. So I think there's 3 situations really if you ask, okay? So you ask, they say yes, okay? You ask and they say, well, we can't do that, but we can do this. So they counter you, all right? You ask and you don't get the house, or you ask and they say no, okay? So there's just a few scenarios here, all right? And none of them are really that bad, okay? But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you ask for the things that you need, and you ask for the terms that would make the deal good for you, okay? Ask for the terms that would make the deal good for you, okay? Number 3, this is the last point. It's about the money, okay? So, I know that a lot of people get very caught up in purchase price, and purchase price is important. You don't want to overpay for a property, okay? But remember this. If you are financing a property, you have another partner on this. Your financing institution, okay? They're not gonna let you overpay. They're gonna come in, they're gonna do an appraisal, and they're gonna make sure that the value is there, okay? So, certainly overpaying is a problem, and it could be an issue, but it's gonna come out in the appraisal, okay? So, I think if you're in the ballpark of prices, you're fine, all right? But the place where you want to do your negotiating on money here in this market is on things like closing costs, okay? Closing costs is now money. Closing costs is now money. How is it now money? Well, here's what happens. When you want to close your loan and you're financing it, usually you have to come to the closing table with those additional funds, whatever they are. So maybe it's $10,000 for you to get your loan, okay? Or maybe, everything's said and done, maybe it's just $5,000. Okay, it would be great to not have to come to the closing table with that $5,000 or that $10,000. All right, so negotiate for closing costs. So pay full price, negotiate closing costs. The other thing that you can do is increase the amount of your closing costs beyond just the price of your loan. So what you can do is you can find out how much would it cost for you to buy your interest rate down. Now, buying your interest rate down is awesome. It's an awesome way to use additional closing cost funds, okay? Really, really great way, because what it does is it can reduce your monthly payment dramatically, okay? Reductions in purchase price do reduce your monthly payment, but not as much as reducing your interest rate if you can reduce it enough. So, for example, $10,000 off a purchase price is usually only about 50 bucks per month, okay? Whereas a reduction in your interest rate, it can be, depending on how much it is and how much the house is, it could be like $100 or $200, okay? It could be up to that much, all right? Now, what I will tell you is that there are some limits on that, depending on your loan type, depending on how much money you put down, but a lot of the amounts that you can request towards closing are really, really generous, okay? Really, really generous. So make sure you do number one, which is hire a great agent, so that they know how much you can ask for on your closing, okay? And, you know, go for it. Get the now money. Get the now money. Because, you know, the thing is purchase price. Remember, purchase price is spread out over the 30 years. You have a 30-year mortgage, that $10,000 is spread out over 30 years, okay? Whereas $10,000 towards closing is like on the day you close the loan. It's today, to now. It's like 30 days from now. Now you've gotten your $10,000, okay? So, you know, try to move up that timeline. I mean, it would be better to use that money now than to finally get your last $10,000 on your last mortgage payment 30 years into the future, all right? So, I'm gonna recap here. 3 tips plus bonus material. Bonus material, control the property. Most important piece, control the property. Number 1, hire a great agent. Number 2, make sure you ask. Ask for the things that you want. Ask for the terms that you want. Number 3, go for now money. Go for now money, okay? You want the now money, closing costs, buying down your interest rate, closing costs, buying down your interest rate. Now money, now money. You know, $10,000 of purchase price, that's future money. That's future money, okay? Future money is worth less money than today's money. Remember that. All right, so that's my video. Please like it, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again soon, YouTube.